Well, hello there, folks. Today's video is all about cognitive learning theory. Cognitive learning theory. What a topic. Here's the thing, folks. On this channel, we are going to specialize more so on the practical deployment of anything we talk about, right? Now, earlier though, and if you haven't already watched it, definitely check it out. I did a video on behaviorist learning theory. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about cognitive learning theory. And there is a number of great learning theories out there. But my philosophy, my bias, as you would know, is essentially you can know the theory, but if you can't deploy the theory, what's the point of knowing it? All right. Or if you're doing stuff, but you're not necessarily aware of the theory behind it, you can be a little bit disadvantaged as well, because ultimately it's always good to know if you're doing something and it's working, why may it be working, right? So in today's video, we're going to have a quick chat about 3 ways that you can deploy cognitive learning theory. Right? Don't worry, we're not going to get academic. We're not going to get super crazy on the whole theory side of things. That's for you to Google another time, right? And you can check out where it all came from and all that fun stuff, right? But here's the thing, folks. In training and workshop facilitation, you have highly structured, like behaviorist learning theory. And we did the other video on that one. You can check that out. It'll be somewhere linked. Who knows? If you're following my channel, click on videos and click on the latest one, right? But then we've got cognitive, right? Which is more so around exploration and is really tapping to the idea that humans, people like you watching the channel, learn through exploration. They learn through asking themselves questions. They learn through discovery, so to speak, right? Behaviorists, we tell them what to learn, we give them models, we get them to follow after the models and do the thing, give them feedback on the thing as they get closer to the thing, right? Cognitive, on the other hand, is we really throw people into the world of whatever the thing is and say, all right, learn, all right, learn from the activities or learn through what's going to happen, right? The thing is, when we put constraints on the cognitive, it definitely needs that, but cognitive is more free flowing, so to speak, right? So here are some ways that we can create an environment for cognitive learning to take place, right? And cognitive related to brain, right? And you can definitely check out Piaget stuff and all those different stages of cognitive learning. You can go hard on the academic. That's not the point of the video. The point of the video is to actually help you as a trainer, presenter, facilitator, coach, mentor be consciously using cognitive learning theory, right? So, first one, number 1, is encourage mistakes. Encourage mistakes and help people feel great about their mistakes. What does that mean? Tell people in the beginning, typos, no big deal. Or if they make mistakes in whatever they're doing, we're going to celebrate mistakes. We're going to feel good about mistakes. We're going to actually recognize the mistakes as part of learning and celebrate them to a degree, of course. But you want to make people feel comfortable to make mistakes and know it's a safe environment. All right. Number 1, make you feel comfortable about making mistakes. Number two is a little bit about you and how you think, right? So here's the thing, folks. In regards to delivering training, we often have a belief that get through my PowerPoint, click, 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 click. If I get through all of my PowerPoints, my job is done. Well, let's just challenge that for a second here, folks. Ultimately, if you get through all your PowerPoints, but they learn nothing, well, you've wasted your freaking time, right? Because they're going to walk out and they're going to be exactly the way that they always were when they came in to meeting you on your work. So here's the thing. If you want to design an effective workshop, you need to think backwards. You need to think differently, right? And the best way to think is, all right, what is the biggest shift or what are the changes that I want people to have or be or do? And what are some activities that's going to drive towards that? So, for example, if you want them to think a particular way, maybe have more empathy or be more empathetic with other people. Rewind. What's the activity that's going to drive towards that? Right. So think in activities, think in experiences. Don't just think, I'm going to show them 20 theories about empathy. And I'm going to expect them to want to be empathetic, right? It's not going to work, right? Give them examples of experiences that they can have in your workshop with you that's going to drive towards them being more empathetic. What a crazy idea, right? So think in experiences and design towards experiences, not just the next slide, right? The slide should back up the experience you're going to create for them, right? So number three on this crazy list of cognitive theory ways to deploy it in your training room is because people actually learn through discovery. Well, you probably want to include times of self-reflection where people actually sit down and think. What a crazy idea, right? So they sit down, think, and do some reflecting time, reflective questions, reflective discussion, whatever it may be, and allow people to look through processing their own emotions, their own thoughts, and get that shared with other people in the room, right? Because people are going to learn through hearing other people's stories and also discovering about themselves. I never knew that. I didn't think I was capable of that, right? Other videos we've talked about, powerful coaching questions such as, what's getting easier for you? What are you discovering? What are you realizing? And all those great questions that you can deploy in a workshop anytime, anywhere, at any point there. But you need to be encouraging self-reflection time and really being okay with allowing people to have time to stop and think. On the note, folks, that is some simple ways. Number one, encourage mistakes and allow your learners to fall in love with mistakes. Celebrate them, right? Number two is create your training rates around experiences and activities, not the theory, not the examples, not the PowerPoint, right? Last of all, encourage more moments of self-reflection. You're going to find if you deploy these strategies, you're going to have a lot more cognitive learning in action to balance out the behaviorist learning theory, right? And there's lots of other theories that you can look at, constructivist and, humanist and, experiential learning and all that stuff, right? But this video is all about cognitive learning theory and how you can deploy it in a practical sense. Thanks for watching, team, and don't forget to like, comment, share. Let's get the message out there. And whatever you're doing, do it consciously and do it with volition. Thanks for watching, team. We'll see you on the next one.